Hello YouTube, hopefully you've seen my Star Model B disassembly video, and this video is going to be on reassembly of this pistol. I'm going to start with the slide, and first thing I'm going to replace into the slide is the firing pin. As you can see, the spring is already on it, and I'm putting it in with the notch with the cutout going towards the hole for the pin, retaining pin. So when it's properly positioned, what I'm going to do is depress it with my punch, and I'm going to grab the pin. Flat side is going to be on the top. I'm going to insert it back into the opening in the slide, and then grab my hammer and start seating the pin. Okay, so as you can see right now, the pin is already retained, or the firing pin is retained. Now I'm going to take this pin and drive it in all the way. Right now it's still sticking out, protruding. So I'm going to take it. There you go. So it can't come out on this side. It's not going to interfere with anything, so don't worry about that. It's now completely in there. And what I'm going to do is right away is put the, actually, let's replace the extractor. So we're going to drop this spring into its place right there in the back. Then I'm going to take my extractor and put it in claw first and over the spring, and I'm going to press down to align the hole. I'm trying to make it so that you can see, and then I'm just going to drive the pin down. It's already keeping the extractor in place. So now I'm going to take my smaller punch and place it over the pin, and then drive it in further so it's not sticking out as much. Here we go. Just taking a look and making sure that the pin is not protruding from under the slide. It is slightly, but I don't think it should interfere with anything. It shouldn't interfere with the frame or anything like that. There's nothing on this side of the frame anyway. Okay, so that's done. Now I'm going to drive the rear side back in. That's actually perfect alignment of the notch. This mark positioned properly. Okay, I got it. So now I'm going to take my larger punch and drive the pin in all the way. Alright, we'll start with the hammer. So I'm going to put the spring and plunger back in its place inside the frame, right there. Now I'm going to take the hammer, make sure that the strut gets into the cup or plunger. There you go. Now the hammer is almost in the right spot. I'm going to hold it like so, and you see those holes aligned. And now I'm going to drive the pin through. Just making sure that it's still in the right spot. Okay. Sorry, I need to grab a hammer. Alright. And now I'm going to drive this pin through all the way using a large brass punch. Okay. So the pin has been replaced. The hammer is on and has tension. Okay. Now we'll replace the Sear. Just grab all of its parts right here. Okay. So first the spring. You see this little hook on the spring? This hook goes under the pin in the frame, just like that. And then we're going to take our Sear, and the Sear has one area that has like a slightly rounded cut in it. This goes towards the hammer, so, and this arm needs to come out this way. So the long side of the Sear goes down basically and onto the spring, and the arm of the Sear needs to go into this opening right here. So just like that. Let's make sure that the holes are aligning. That's what I'm trying to do right now. I need to move this here a little bit down. Alright, I think that's good enough. So while holding it in place, what I'm going to do is reinsert this pin with whatever side that has the most straight edge. I think it slipped a little bit. Let me move this here back slightly. Make it sit a little lower. Here we go. I've gone through it. Alright. So both the Sear and now we're going to reinsert the disconnector, this side up and into this channel. That's in. Now we'll take our trigger, and if you remember how we took it out and I said it's probably not going to work, it went in this way or it came out this way, so make sure the disconnector doesn't come out again. Okay, almost there. Okay, here we go. Now we need to line up the trigger. Where's the trigger pin? Again, we'll take the mushroom side and use that as a starting point, or that will be the top of the pin. Okay, so that is now in, that pin. The trigger has been replaced. Okay, disconnector works. Alright, let's try cocking the hammer, and then, yep, Well, anyway, I'm going to hold it with my finger. With this piece, the wide part of the spring goes in first, and I'm going to start threading the button by hand. And as you can see, now it's held in place. So now I'm going to take my pliers and my rubber band again, and I'm going to start turning this in. Let's see. Okay, the button has been replaced. It has good tension. Now we have this other pin that should be screwed in. So this is for the slide stop plunger. Okay, started by hand. Grab it with the rubber band. Alright, this seems to be reinstalled correctly. Perfect. Now, safety. Thumb safety. So I'll put the plunger and spring back in here. Safety goes in such a way that aligns its little lock that I showed you before during reassembly or disassembly. When that little notch on the safety, that little lock, goes into the frame, go ahead and just turn the safety down. Okay, there. So safety is now in place. Now we'll take our slide, put the barrel in. Just get rid of some of this stuff that we no longer need. Okay, so barrel is in. Okay, take the barrel bushing with the lock pointing up. We're going to lock the barrel in. Then take the recoil guide, and you'll see that on one side the spring is crimped, hopefully. That's the side that goes over the guide rod, just so the spring doesn't slide off of it. We'll put the guide rod back in. The crescent cut goes towards the barrel. And now we're going to reinsert or place the slide over the frame. All the way back. Cut the hammer to allow it to come back all the way. Use our slide lock. Align the slide and slide lock, and depress the plunger to help it seat properly. Now we can drive the slide forward. Release the hammer. Put the plunger over the spring. Alright. And pistol has been completely reassembled. I didn't replace the grips yet, simply because I've decided to refinish them. So